Now I'm at the point you wanna be with me. I'm vibing out at a higher frequency, cause everything that I want and I'm gonna be, it's when I wake up, that's when I start to dream. Someone you love is talking down, here is the plan. Let it fall through like a handful of sand. Nothing happens overnight, what you must understand. If you dwell on the bad, then you don't stand a chance. Something you want upset, saying why it ain't mine yet. That's because now you have yet to change your mindset. People don't put their mind to rest while they're so wired. A lot of people go to sleep and wake up tired. Power of positivity and persistence. Say that I can, we'll just sit back and witness. Make an impact when our time is done. Make money, help people, and have lots of fun. Whoa.
Welcome to 2 Minute Drill, the first pitch-only show that features entrepreneurs from all walks of life, competing each week for a mix of cash and prizes. Hosted by legendary entrepreneur, sports executive, and investor, David Meltzer. Contestants have just 2 minutes to deliver their most convincing pitch ever. Who will fold under the pressure?
Dude, maybe you need to go get some therapy. I don't think anyone's gonna work for you.
And who will thrive?
I thought your pitch was outstanding.
After the pitches are complete, the judges will deliberate to decide our champion.
You need to, in my opinion, figure out how you can niche down so crazy small that it's perfect.
Will they rise to the occasion?
So we just missed that heart inside the pitch. It would change everything.
Will they blow away the judges?
I thought your pitch was amazing, and every step of the way you were hitting it. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm going, check.
I love how concise you were about the value. It saves money and it saves time.
Will they be crowned champion?
Your 2 minutes starts now.
David Meltzer hosts 2 Minute Drill.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my favorite training. It is the Thanksgiving Gratitude Abundance Training, and we are blessed to be here on so many different platforms in so many different ways. So we are blessed. You got to listen to this.
Today, I don't mess around, and another team who doesn't mess around. Nick, if you want to begin to chow, good, you did it. Nick is already just got it like that. Nick, and we get ready to start the David Meltzer Show. David, the mic is yours. Let's keep going with a beautiful, beautiful day of Thanksgiving. Welcoming David Meltzer.
Wow. Bringing the energy here on the West Coast. It is early after Thanksgiving. Everybody got a little tryptophan food coma. I hope their turkey day was as full of gratitude as mine. We are so blessed to be here and blessed to be in the Breakfast of Champions. Even more blessed to do a gratitude training, an abundance training, changing the mindset, the heart set, and the handset about Thanksgiving and how each and every day we should be practicing the skill of gratitude, the skill of abundance. I talk about saying thank you will change your life. Whether you say it before you go to bed or when you wake up, it's the fastest and easiest way to change your life. But to apply the skill is a whole nother level of appreciation, another level of adding value, which appreciation means. If your car appreciates, it means it has added value. If our lives appreciate, that means it has added value. And through gratitude, the practice and the skill, we can appreciate ourselves, we can appreciate others, we can appreciate God, we can appreciate the differences between us and everything else in the universe, taking the dualities that exist in a contextual nature to create a comparative type of life and make it one. And that's what gratitude will do. And that's what we're going to train today in the mindset of abundance. But before we get started, the man from Hawaii, it's like 2 a.m. there. He is always there, and he is definitely one of the key members of the Breakfast of Champions. He is young, but he's fun. His name is the Nick of Wam. He's a well-oiled machine. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving, Nick.
Happy Thanksgiving. How we doing? Happy Friday. And I am so excited to be here to help celebrate and, of course, have this gratitude training. David, I'll go ahead and set the room and then we'll get started. How's that sound?
Better than ever, Nick. I can't wait.
Beautiful. Let's rock and roll. So happy Friday, everybody. Of course, we are live for David Meltzer's Power Hour and Free Friday training. We're live online, streaming everywhere, and of course, live here in the best room and community on Clubhouse, The Breakfast with Champions. As David has mentioned, today's training topic and Power Hour is going to be the gratitude training. So David is going to guide us for the first 30 minutes. And then for the second 30 minutes, we will open it up for people to either ask a question, share their takeaway of the month, or even just what they're most grateful for, especially coming off of the Thanksgiving holiday and into the holiday season. But with that said, before we get started, just doing a quick review of the upcoming schedule. David, do you want me to guide everybody through it, or do you want to steer the ship?
I'll steal the show for this one. Just to do it quickly, I want to thank everybody once again. We've been doing these trainings for over 25 years. We have over 100,000 people registered for the day after Thanksgiving. So we are blessed. Nick, we're going to be in DC on the Aspire Tour with Goggins, Leonis, Eddie Wilson, Danny Fleischman. If Austin Eckler's feeling better, I think he's going to join us for the VIP dinner. Then we go to San Antonio for the Carnegie International meeting with thousands of Carnegieans, and we'll be down there in San Antonio. Back to DC, London, Egypt. And then we finish off with the SoFi Super Mastermind at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles on December 17th. If you have not joined us for a meetup, a holding court, free Friday trainings, if you haven't joined us for any of the speeches, any of our VIP dinners, masterminds, then please do. And we'll be in over 200 cities. Next year, we reached over 200 cities around the world. This year, thanks to the well-oiled machine, led by a steadfast Nick of Wam. All right, Nick, I'm going to get started with the training. Today's training is very special to me because it's the superpower training. It is the differentiator in life. It's a mindset training of gratitude. It's a mindset, skill set, heart set, hand set training of gratitude, and understanding how we use that is a really important way to live our lives. You see, to say thank you is a practice. And I always say to say thank you before you go to bed and when you wake up is a practice that seems simple, but the simple things to do are simple not to do. But it's guaranteed to change your life. It takes 0.1 seconds and it's free, but it's guaranteed to change your life. And the more you practice that ritual, it will have an impact of exponential proportions in your life. But gratitude goes far past just saying thank you. It is truly the reconciliator, the unifier of duality to oneness. It is the idea of abundance versus scarcity. What you do, say, think, feel, and believe, whether positive or negative, determines what you receive. A positive perception of all the opportunities that are in your past, your present, and future will empower you to take advantage of them. A scarce mindset does the opposite. It discourages you from doing, saying, thinking, feeling, believing, and even seeing the opportunities that exist. This simple duality of abundance and scarcity is resolved and reconciled simply by applying gratitude, not just practicing, but actually utilizing it as a skill set in order to find the light, find the love, and find the lessons in everything, everyone, every circumstance, every event that occurs in your daily activities. And it's not easy because there's a lot of dis-ease out there, and all that dis-ease creates this negativity or scarcity or duality that needs to be reconciled with one simple weapon, one simple skill set, one simple application called gratitude. Gratitude allows us to think about things, to do things, say things, feel things, and believe things aligned with where we want to be or better. And it's not easy sometimes when you're in a financial crunch, when things look all uphill, when relationships are not in ease, they're in dis-ease. It is difficult, especially at the time, not to fall into the trap of scarcity, not to be able to find the light, the love, and the lessons, but instead to add more negativity, to accelerate in the wrong direction. And understanding this simple reconciliation of gratitude, of allowing us to find the abundance in everything, to find the light, to find the love, to find that in understanding what we are grateful for in the past, to align the gratitude of the past with the present according to the circumstances of the day, and finding the light, the love, and the lessons in those circumstances of today, but also in where we want to be or better. When we can align with gratitude the meaning of the past, the circumstances of the day, and where we want to be or better in the future, now we have an exponentiality in our life that accelerates where we want to be, aggregates this resources, notate the word resource, right? Again, utilizing our source, the resource of where we and what we have, with finding the light, the love, and the lessons, with where we think we want to be or better, a positive trajectory, what I call a divine direction. And so in essence, that divine direction allows these detours to be divine, but also it is relative in the oneness of time, in the infinite time or divine time, because our progress only has one speed, not fast enough, unless we infuse it and apply gratitude to the realm of expectation of where we want to be or better and when we want to be there or better. So the not fast enough becomes the perfect time, the right on time. And so when we utilize gratitude to reconcile the duality of abundance and scarcity, whether it's the past, the present, or the future that's creating the dis-ease or the interference or the resistance between where we want to be or better, gratitude is the wisdom and the faith. It's one of the few applications or skill sets and superpowers that actually reconcile the two tools that we use in order to shorten the distance of resistance in our life, which is simply to allow us to utilize wisdom and faith, which is gratitude. Gratitude is full of wisdom and full of faith to be able to find the light, the love, and the lessons. And you can hear it in those three different explanation or descriptive terms of gratitude. Light, love, and lessons obviously incorporates wisdom and faith. Wisdom and faith shortens the distance of resistance that is created between abundance versus scarcity. And so as we reconcile the duality of abundance versus scarcity with gratitude, we are able to live in the oneness of what we are in spirit inspired through gratitude. The next realm is the three realms of belief, of what we do say, think, feel, and believe. Understanding there are three different realms of belief. And the first realm is the one that I was born into. It's the realm of there is not enough. This is the most negative world. It's the realm of belief where people think there is never enough for anyone, or especially not enough for them. And we all know people like this. No matter what they have, they focus in on the void, shortages, obstacles, mistakes that they have perceived in their own lives. And they participate and continue to participate as a victim in that perception, always neglecting to think about what they do have. This is where Xanders and Dr. Wayne Dyer came up with the term, what you resist, persist. Once again, gratitude will shorten that resistance and the distance between you and where you think you want to be by focusing on what they do not have at all times. And it doesn't matter what they have. I've met some of the most scarce people that live in the world of not enough that have more than 99.9% of the world. These people are guaranteed to attract more scarcity or lack into their lives no matter what. And so the victimization that occurs in the world of not enough, the why me world, not the try me world, is one in which creates more and more dis-ease between you and your source, and it dissipates, dissolves the resources that you have in order to live in spirit inspired, in order to increase the statistical success and accelerate, aggregate, compound exponentially the outcomes that you desire. No matter what you have, we can fall into the realm of belief by doing, saying, thinking, feeling, and believing that there's not enough for anyone, and especially ourselves. We become victims. We become why me's, not try me's, and we decrease the statistical success of where we want to be or better. And eventually, it is a zero-sum game that we're playing, that we do not have enough. The second world is the world of there is just enough for me. So the not enough happens to me. The just enough happens for me. Now, this is a tricky one because it seems to be a very positive type of perspective. There's just enough for me. Everything's happening for me. And it's a false sense of optimism that allows people to think there's just enough for me. The people who live with this belief, who I call the 99%ers, they live in their lives attempting to get by, thinking there's barely enough out there to suit everyone. So this becomes a comparative negotiation every single day. These people usually buy shit they don't need to impress people they don't like. And why is there a potential for the 99%? Why is it limited? Their beliefs have what I call a zeroing out effect in everything that they do. So the zero-sum game exists in the world of not enough. There's a zeroing out effect that exists in everything that people live in the for me, just enough world. And in that zeroing out effect, instead of enjoying the consistent, everyday, persistent pursuit of their potential by finding the light, the love, and the lessons and what they don't like and don't love, or other people don't like and don't love, instead of enjoying the consistent, persistent pursuit of that potential, they settle for an almost consistent, almost persistent, almost enjoyable pursuit of almost reaching their potential. And this group is limited by their inability to connect with what that inspires them. They do not have the resource that others have. These 99%ers may have great intention, but they limit their beliefs, their actions, their thoughts, and their energy. They don't understand that believing wholeheartedly in the world of more than enough is an exponential accelerator of growth. And so they lie to themselves by not being consistent, persistent, by not finding the light, the love, and the lessons in everything they don't like and don't love, or other people don't like or don't love. They are the 99%, so they do it some of the time. I use lately the example of Spanish and math. If you're a kid and you study Spanish or math 15 minutes a day, you're guaranteed an A. If you study it 15 hours on a Saturday, and you're a 99%er, you're not guaranteed an A. Most likely, you'll fall into the B or C range, determinative upon how well you study in those 15 hours. But 15 hours a day will guarantee you an A. And that's why we utilize this world of being consistent and persistent and finding the light, the love, and the lessons, not only in the easy things to find it in, but also into the things that may not seem easy, that seem dis-easy, the things you don't like and don't love, the things that other people don't like or don't love. In the world of there is just enough, it's for me, everything becomes a trade or a negotiation, even giving, which we'll find out later in the infinite loop, that giving can also have a zero out effect. It can have a zero-sum game if we don't utilize giving as an abundant tool, a skill set of gratitude, but instead use it as a trade or a negotiation where we give to receive and have an expectation, not the unconditionality of the world of more than enough of everything, where we use that wisdom and faith in order to attract what we want, shorten the distance of the dis-ease. The 99%ers out there lie to themselves about being an optimist. So they feel as if they're very positive, and you'll hear them say, this happens for me. You know, everything's happening for me. And they will project that insecurity by shopping for the wrong things for the wrong reasons, thinking that will buy them happiness. And instead of, this transition from a world of not enough to more than enough, they have a stopover in the world of just enough. So no longer are they victims. So they have a more positive perspective of what they do, say, think, feel, and believe in alignment with where they think they want to be or better. They have started to realize that there's light, love, and lessons in the past and meaning that we give that in order to align us according to the circumstances of today with what we want, who we can help, who can help us, how to get that done, and prioritize our days in accordance to that. But we haven't quite lived that world of more than enough where we actually are not trading or negotiation. There's still an element of scarcity in the 99%ers that have the zeroing effect of the 1% of resistance, that there's not this true truth of abundance or appreciation in their lives. And this 99% has also a zeroing out effect to it. And so eventually the trades and negotiations end up not where we want to be, but creating more resistance and utilizing more wisdom and faith that it will take us to get to where we want to be, or even better. The last realm of belief is the more than enough. It's an abundant world that takes that duality between scarcity and abundant and unifies it into the oneness in which the world of more than enough has. There's more than enough of everything for everyone. The people who live in this world are those who see their past, present, and future as being more than enough as well. They see their past, present, and future as being one, and they align the meaning of the past, present, and future with that oneness by taking the light, the love, and the lessons of the past and giving it a meaning that's aligned with where they think they want to be or better, by utilizing the circumstances of today and finding the light, the love, and the lessons in the circumstances of today by being grateful and forgiving. They see opportunity around every corner, allowing them to say, do you think and experience that the universe, God, Jesus, Muhammad, Joseph Smith, Buddha, whoever you believe in, is in their favor? They live their life in protection, promotion, and love in perfection. And in this world, everything is unraveling and utilizing wisdom and faith and gratitude in our favor. Those who believe in this principle will pursue their dreams without focusing on a self-imposed timeline, a dis-ease to achieve them. They will believe in divine direction, divine detours, and divine time. That belief allows them to consistently, persistently enjoy the pursuit of their potential every single day without the zeroing effect or the zero-sum game. And this world unravels in their favor because of the alignment of gratitude in the past, present, and future. And by knowing what it is that we think we want, personally, experientially, giving and receiving, knowing who we can help and who can help us, being the fastest way to get there, and then being able to reconcile with a more than enough attitude, an abundant attitude, a unified, abundant, infinite system of thought, we are now capable of living in a world of more than enough of everyone, everything for everyone, and being able to do this by applying gratitude. And in order to apply gratitude in our life, in order to apply the ability to find the light, the love, and the lessons in the job we didn't get, the school we didn't get into, the relationship that is failing us, an addiction that we can't get over, whatever it is that we are suffering with, the pain is not a choice, but the suffering is. That we use gratitude, the ability to find the light, the love, and the lesson, the reconciler of wisdom and faith, to shorten the distance of resistance between us and where we want to be, creating a lessened distance of duality in our lives and less dis-ease in our lives. And so this more than enough attitude of being able to live in the wisdom and faith of gratitude, that there's more than enough of everything for everyone, and we are protected, promoted, and loved at all times by something bigger than us, is an essential component of gratitude and of the realms of belief that are necessary in order to be grateful, in order to create and reconcile the abundance versus scarcity, and using the distinct worlds or realms of belief of not enough, just enough, and more than enough. You don't have to be a victim. Simple gratitude will elevate you from why me to try me. It doesn't have to be just you. It doesn't have to be just enough. Once again, gratitude will elevate you from the 99% to the 100%. It can be the world of more than enough through me, not to me, like in the world of not enough, not for me, like in the world of just enough, but through me in a world of more than enough of everything for everyone. In order to elevate the reconciliation through gratitude of abundance and scarcity, we must understand the realms of belief in which we act upon every single day, either having a zero sum game, a zeroing effect, or the 100% abundant, unified system of thought that we all belong to in the world of more than enough through me. Now, the third component in gratitude and developing an abundant mindset of the reconciliation of the oneness in more than enough of everything is understanding the infinite loop of everything. And the final component in order to shorten this distance between abundance and scarcity is to understand the actual infinite loop. If there is more than enough of everything for everyone, then we should have gratitude, which is the wisdom of more than enough and the faith that there's more than enough. And most people don't utilize the wisdom or the faith in order to shorten the distance of resistance that's created between scarcity and abundance. And the first act that we can have in the infinite loop is the act of faith and wisdom that there's more than enough, which is giving everything away, becoming an infinite loop, allowing everything to come through you, not for you or to you. And so as everything comes through you, we have no conditions or resistance to giving people help, to giving them ideas, to giving them our best, to giving them money. And if we believe with wisdom and faith in true giving, in true appreciation to add value, in true gratitude, we start the process in the world of more than enough of an infinite loop that gives more than enough of everything to everyone. But it takes great wisdom and faith in utilizing gratitude as a skill and a practice in order to effectuate having more than enough for ourselves and for others. Understanding those two components of abundance versus scarcity and the realm, the worlds that we live in. The second step in the infinite loop is to utilize gratitude to find the light, the love, and the lessons in everything. Now, in order to do that, we have to live in this world of more than enough, because detours, dis-ease happens every day. Pain happens every single day, but we have to make a choice. Do we want to be praised or do we want to be suffered? Do we want to be grateful or do we want to be punished? And so as circumstances arise during the day, the automobile market crashing, the interest rates rising, the flat tires happening in our lives, the relationships crumbling, the addictions growing, whatever they may be that are circumstances of pain in everybody's life, we have to utilize the infinite loop in its second step to make a choice. Am I going to be punished or protected, promoted, loved, and perfected? And the minute I decide to use gratitude as a practice and a skill set to find the light, the love, and the lessons in that pain, instead of giving it a meaning of suffering, I give it a meaning of promotion, protection, love, and perfection. And we have that choice. We have that power to give meaning to everything that we see. Nobody else has that power. We have the power to live in a world of abundance versus scarcity. We have the power to live in the world of more than enough, not just enough, and not enough, not to me, not for me, but through me. We have that choice every single day because we give meaning to everything that we see. And if we give the meaning through the skill and the practice of gratitude, we will be protected, promoted, loved, and perfected by finding the light, the love, and the lessons in this detour. So that detour, just like the direction, becomes divine, infinite in its nature, and continues to create momentum and force in the loop of more than enough of everything for everyone. Now, the third component of the infinite loop is our ability to clear our vessel by giving, to create a perspective by having faith and wisdom that there's more than enough, but also to identify, acknowledge, have comfort and confidence in receiving it. And we have to have faith in order to receive it, so we don't feel guilty, resentful, or shameful in receiving it. Because if we truly believe and have wisdom and faith through gratitude that there's more than enough of everything for everyone, why wouldn't we receive more? Because our only purpose or meaning of receiving more is to give more, and so on and so forth, which now creates the conduit and the catalyst of more than enough of everything and of our ability to live in the infinite loop, the third step of this abundance training in the infinite loop. And so we need to be intentional. Do, say, think, feel, and believe. Do, feel, think, say, and believe that when we receive, it is a blessing of abundance, because we're just going to be giving it away anyway. Now, the fourth step in the infinite loop is most critical in the practice of abundance, in the practice of gratitude. And it's one in which illustrates the most of believing, saying, thinking, feeling in the more than enough world. It is the last reconciliation of abundance versus scarcity. It is truly an illustration of living in a world of through me, knowing that everything comes through me, not for me or to me. And the last step in the infinite loop is to ask, pray, wish for more. As the chairman of Napoleon Hill Institute, at the core of Napoleon Hill's success principles, at the core of everything that we do at the Institute, it is truly what you can do, say, think, feel, and believe you will achieve. But all of the greats in history, as human nature never changes, and the distinctions of the people that have the desire that they must be what they can be, who have lived in abundance, the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the Fords, all the way through the Gates and the Jobs and the Musks of the world, the Zuckerbergs, with Bezos, the unbelievable abundance in which they live in. All of them do, say, think, feel, and believe that there's more than enough for everyone and everything, which is the basis of the choices that they make. It is the basis of gratitude that finds the light, the love, and the lessons in all the circumstances, whether they are perceived as successful or not. They live in a world of more than enough of everything for everyone, and they prove it. There's three things that we need to do to develop an abundant mindset, to live in gratitude, to be Thanksgiving every day. As we utilized the holiday yesterday to remind, remember, and recollect how important it is to remind, remember, and recollect ourselves in gratitude to find the light, the love, and the lessons, we need to understand the duality of abundance versus scarcity and have a positive perception in order to facilitate the oneness that exists between the two. We need to constantly identify the three realms of belief, of not enough when we're a victim, when everything's happening to us, to just enough where we're buying shit we don't need to impress people we don't like because everything's happening for us, or to live in the more than enough of everything for everyone, the realm of belief that we give meaning to the past, the present, and the future in a divine direction, making all detours divine and time divine itself, because the speed of the world is always not fast enough. And making it divine in time will alleviate the greatest dis-ease that's created by the linear time frames in which we set upon and attach our emotions to outcomes. And then finally, the last is the infinite loop, where you live not in the 99% of the world of just enough, but in the world of 100% of everything for everyone, where you give everything, you give more, to be given more, to receive more, and to wish, hope, and ask for more than more, so you can give more than more, be given more and more, receive more than more, and ask for more than more, so that you live in the world of more than enough. Gratitude will allow us to develop the abundant mindset, heart set, and handset necessary to live in that world of more than enough. It's more than just saying thank you before you go to bed and when you wake up, even though that simple thing to do is simple not to do. As we practice it every single day, not in the zero-sum game, not in the 99% game, but in the 100% game, gratitude will develop the abundant mindset, heart set, and handset that is required to have the wisdom and faith to live in the world of protection, promotion, love, and perfection that we all live in. This has been our Thanksgiving gratitude training. If anybody would like the training program that we've created, it's free. We're happy to send it to you. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com, and get our exercises and guides on developing an abundant mindset, heart set, and handset by utilizing abundance versus scarcity, the realms of belief, and the infinite loop. It's my favorite holiday as a reminder, recollection, and remembrance of the oneness that we all exist in. I appreciate all of you who have been here for more than 25 years and those who have been here for more than 25 minutes. Regardless, we're all together as one. I appreciate it. Please reach out to me, david@dmeltzer.com, if you like the exercise and guide from today or one of my books. Happy to always sign it, send it to you, pay for shipping in the book. Not a problem. Just reach out to me, david@dmeltzer.com. Nick of Wam, that's a well-oiled machine, which you certainly are. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you, buddy, and the fact that on your holiday in Hawaii, you would take the time for this community to show up, to take your time to do this. I know there's many other things when I was your age, I'd rather be doing it 3 or 4 in the morning in Hawaii than being a moderator and a host for a Friday training. So it means a lot to me. Some people tell you why they can't do something. Nick of the Wam, he tells you why should I not do things, because he understands that duality. Nick of Wam, I love you. I'm grateful for you, but it's time for you to reset the room, and let's take some questions or takeaways of gratitude for this amazing training.
I love you too, my friend, and I would not, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, especially on a Friday morning, than with our community. So I am filled with gratitude just simply for the opportunity, for one, but of course for all these beautiful people and yourself, David, for two. So thank you to everybody here, and doing a quick reset of the room here. Obviously, David has guided us through the first half of what is this year's gratitude training, and now it is time to transition. We would love to hear from everybody in this community with your takeaway of the month, what you're most grateful for this season, or even just a takeaway that you had from the holiday yesterday. So if you're joining us online, make sure to put those takeaways in the chat. And of course, if you're live here on Clubhouse, if you're already on stage, please just put a note in the chat, and I'll pass the mic over your way. Or of course, if you are in the audience, please use the hand icon in the lower right-hand corner of your screen to request to join the stage. And then of course, we will bring you up. Now with that said, David, I'm going to pass it over to Colleen to get us started with the first takeaway of the day. So Colleen, happy Friday. It's great to see you here. Feel free to unmute yourself and share away.
Happy Friday. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you, Nick. Hope you're having a great time. My takeaway, just from the last couple of days, I loved the idea of the struggle ends with gratitude. Transitioning from a newborn mom to a toddler mom this year, there has been plenty of struggle, a lot of sleepless nights. So there's just so much that I've learned, and I'm just so grateful for the experience that I've had, and appreciate all of the grace that I've been given in other areas of my life as well.
I am so grateful for it. One of the things I'd love to ask you, Colleen, and just a few questions real quick. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, one, how many years have you been coming to Friday trainings?
Oh gosh, it's going to be nearly 12.
12 years. And so understanding that this year may require the most variance in most distractions, right? Being married with a toddler, having 4 kids myself, there's more to do than ever. Would that be a fair assessment of this last year for you?
Absolutely.
And it's amazing to me, and I'm going to tell you how grateful I am for you, for knowing you for so long. And for those of you that don't know, Colleen doesn't have to be here either at 6 a.m. in California on the day after Thanksgiving. She's the president of my company, so you can imagine she doesn't have to be here, even though I have other employees that will tell me they are aligned with the values, practices, execution model, incentives of our company, that will tell me, well, I really got more important things to do than show up to that or to the Instagram lives at 8 o'clock. But, trust me, man, I'm part of the effort, and they are, but not to the degree that Colleen is. What is the differentiator that this is, your performance is off the charts. You are doing such an incredible job, way more productive than you've ever been. But yet you have way more going on, way more distractions, way more responsibility, way more than enough. But I have found that those people that truly align with understanding abundance also fall into the realm of more than enough time to do everything. For you, one, is my assessment correct? You feel as if you've been more productive than ever, even though there's more than enough going on in your life, more than ever? And if so, what do you think the role of gratitude is played in that productivity and success that I see, and I'm so grateful for? I've always been grateful for you as a person since I've known you, since I think you've been 21, and I'm so blessed that you decided to come out and work with me. But is there a role of gratitude in this idea that there's more than enough to do now, but you're doing more than enough?
Yeah, I think there's so much to be said in the, consistency part of not only prioritizing what you have going on in your life, but when you've got so much and you're so grateful for how much opportunity you have, you want to make sure that you're prioritizing and utilizing every moment that you have. So Des went to bed late last night, so I know you're going to get a couple extra minutes this morning. So I'm going to do everything that I can to prioritize the activity they get paid for this morning before he gets up, so that I can prioritize him as soon as he opens his eyes. And I'm just so grateful for having the opportunity for all of that.
Yeah, well, we're grateful for you, and I can't tell you how many people in the community, because I'm blessed to be talking every single day, whether it be for the people that participate in all the free things that we do, from books, guides, exercises, the portal, to meetups, holding courts, to, of course, free Friday training, to the group things that we do as our private networking group is growing and growing, to the thousands of people that want to help each other, know people that can help each other, are buying from each other, selling for each other, to the one-on-one wait list that we have and all those people, and to even the business advisory clients that we have, which Colleen oversees all of that. I can't tell you how many people tell me, even when things don't go exactly as we want them to go, how awesome Colleen is. And I just want to publicly tell everyone how grateful and how awesome Colleen is. So Colleen, go enjoy your holiday with Des and Matt and your family. And I know God's blessing you every day with the light, the love, and the lessons to protect and promote and perfect you. I've seen it over more than 12 years as I've known you for since you were a young woman into an amazing mom and an amazing president of my company. So I want to say thank you publicly and have a wonderful day. I love you.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you so much.
You got it. Take care, sweetie. All righty. She is amazing, Wammer. You're lucky to have her as a president and a guide, a mentor, a Sherpa. It's nice to have someone that can give you directions on where you want to be. And I know you have the utmost appreciation and respect as well for her. Anyway, Wammer, who's up next?
Absolutely. Nothing but love and gratitude for the incredible Colleen Malloy, and going ahead to pass the mic over to another incredible member of our community, somebody that loyalty runs very, very deep with them. And that, of course, is Chef Ron. So, Chef Ron, it's great to see you here, my friend. Happy Friday. Hope you had a incredible Thanksgiving. Officially passing the mic over to you to share what you're grateful for, your takeaway.
Awesome. I love you guys. I love Colleen. She is such on top of things, Dave. You know that. You guys have reached out. My mom was in the hospital, but I'm grateful that they surprised us yesterday and let her go home. After a fall in the hospital and a stroke, I don't know how she did it, but she willed up the strength to come home, and we all stayed at her house. And so I am just grateful because, Dave, your training and everything helped me get through that, how we love our mothers. Makes us think about all the sacrifices she did for me. He was growing up without a father and everything. So I am grateful for that. Obviously, Mom's home. I'm going over there now to drop off a new walker for her. And I can't wait to see you, I think, Tuesday in DC, Dave. But it's just the consistency of being on here with you, Dave, and learning, because it's something new every day. So, this holiday, this Thanksgiving was a little more special because my mom, is home with us. So I love you, Dave, for all your kind words and your prayers, and Colleen too. So I just want to say thank you, and I'm very grateful for you guys.
And I'm grateful for you and your family, and for me to be a part of, in a small way, any type of reconciliation along with the duality that occurs with the relationships that we have with our moms. And as they get older and they have pain, that we can reduce the dis-ease or the suffering that occurs as we get older. And so as I have shared in that experience yesterday of being able to be with my mom and the rest of my family, cousins and brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews and great niece as well. It's not easy. It's just to see certain things and to be grateful is not easy. I found it very difficult when I lost everything. I found it very difficult when things didn't work out the way I wanted them to throughout my life. I found it really difficult to have the gratitude gene, the ability to be resilient in what seems to be a tremendous pain, setback, failure, or mistake in my life. And what I found, Ron, whether it's in our personal relationships with our mom or our siblings or in our financial pursuits, what I found is that our ability to find the light, the love, and the lessons in it, it shortens that distance of resistance so quickly. And that it is gratitude that allows me to dissipate and dissolve the dis-ease that happens when you don't get the deal you want, your mom gets sick, your siblings don't have the relationship that they want with you, or people attack you, or whatever it may be in your life. It is just gratitude, the ability to stop that resistance and duality, and be able not to try to outlogic it, analyze it, go over it, under it, through it, around it, lie to it, cheat it, manipulate it, deny it, but just simply through gratitude to remind, remember, and recollect, which is the purpose of Thanksgiving Day, is to remind, remember, and recollect how blessed we are, regardless of the circumstances. As we give that meaning to everything we see, things get easy and the dis-easy dissipates again. And you're an amazing illustration of that, both personally in your personal relationships and your professional pursuits. I've seen extraordinary growth with you and working with you. And I just want to tell you how grateful I am on the mission that you're on. And Ron owns Grocery for Grandparents. He feeds people all day, every day, 7 days a week. He's selfless and abundant in his beliefs, and he's expanding and accelerating in that divine direction. But yet, I promise you, he has as many detours as anybody else on this call and on this training. So God bless you, Ron, and may you continue in your divine direction, be able to be and have the strength and faith and wisdom for the divine detours, and allow for the divine time to give you more than enough of everything for you and your family.
I love you, Coach. Yeah, and I just look forward to continuing this relationship with you and your crew. And I'll see you next week.
See you in Washington, D.C. We'll invite everyone to come join us. I'll be on the Aspire Business Tour once a month. It's Goggins and Eddie Wilson and Dan Fleischman and Tim Story and Leonsis and Leoma. I'm forgetting how to pronounce his name, but you can do it for me, Nick. But we also have a VIP dinner with Tim Story. Austin Eckler had a concussion, so I'm working to see if he can make it. There's a variety of things that the team's making him do. But regardless, I promise, I guarantee it, you will find the light, the love, and lessons to come and visit us in D.C., San Antonio, D.C., London, Egypt, or back at SoFi Stadium on December 17th to close out over 200 cities in the year. Meetups, holding court, speeches, coaching, it doesn't matter. VIP dinners, masterminds, we are doing it all, not only this year, but next year as well. Nick of WAM, we're in the fourth quarter, just like Michigan State in the fourth quarter. What do you got for me?
Yes, sir. We are heading into the fourth quarter. Everybody put those fours up. And as we continue with these incredible takeaways, just a quick reset of the room. This has been the incredible Free Friday Training and Power Hour of Gratitude, of course, led by the incredible David Meltzer. And as we are going into this fourth quarter, we're continuing to share our takeaways of the month, or what we're most grateful for, especially coming off of the Thanksgiving holiday. So if you're on stage, please just put a note in the chat if you are ready to share, and I'll pass the mic your way. Or of course, if you're in the audience or joining us online, please make sure if you're in the audience here on Clubhouse, request to join the stage. And if you're online, go ahead and put those in the comments. Now, with that said, David, I'm going to pass it over to, if there's a Will, there's a way. Will is back and better than ever. I know he was a part of our community for a while. And Will, it's great to see you. I hope you had an incredible Thanksgiving with your family. Feel free to unmute yourself and go ahead and share away.
Nick, can we hear me?
We can hear you.
David, good to hear from you again. Thank you so much. I'm incredibly grateful for you and the entire team. It's been a while, but this season, these past couple of months have been trying for our family. So I'm just grateful for family and the ability for difficult dis-ease to bring us closer to ease as we pursue love and happiness and joy and go towards the light rather than away from the dis-ease. So that's something I'm super grateful for. And honestly, the lessons that I learned, it's been a while since I've been on here, but it's a foundational principle. And even though you haven't been hearing from me, I've been tuning in here and there, and I definitely intend to be more present. So great, Don, and continue to share with them. So thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. And look, this neighborhood that we've created of a frequency is like a trolley. People come on and off, and we do our best to have many opportunities and options, touches a favor to provide value. And so the more you want to participate or less that you want to participate is fine with our neighborhood. It's like a trolley, jump on, jump off as it serves itself. But I think the bigger message, Will, is how important it is to appreciate our family, and that the struggles and the setbacks that we take as a family sometimes have a greater good that comes from it. I'm going to a celebration of life today for my Uncle Larry, who passed, and it's was very difficult when it happened. And now, as I processed his passing and our loss as a family in this human experience, I'm so grateful to have spent over 40 years with my Uncle Larry, and it's going to be just a even bigger celebration than it was yesterday at Thanksgiving, to have back-to-back unification of our family. And it's amazing, whether we can or we can't unite, it's up to us, as Ford said. So, Will, I pray for you, pray for your family, and I pray for you to be more present with us. We always enjoy having you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, that one more thing. You just reminded me of something, and God bless you and your team. But just thinking of those that have passed before me and kind of trying to live in the light and through them and talking to them more.
Love that.
And that's something that's really important to me. So thank you.
Thank you. It's important to us as well. They jump on and off as always. Nick of Wammer. People are in the notes. People want to ask questions. Feel free to join us on Mondays. Ask Me Anythings here on Clubhouse as well, or come to our IG lives or meetups. Some people want information, Bill Dixon and others on DC, Nick. So make sure we get all these people in the notes, whether it's Gigi or whoever, codifying to answer all these questions and make sure that we're of service and of value to everybody as we are in the fourth quarter. The Wamster, what do you got for me?
Absolutely, and we are making sure that everybody's captured and following up correctly. But with that said, live here to keep this train and rocking and rolling, I'm going to pass it over to Hatul. Hatul, great to see you, my friend. Happy Friday. Feel free to unmute yourself and share away.
Good morning, everyone, and especially amazing to be here on the gratitude week, on the Thanksgiving week training. What do I say about gratitude? My experience is that you can only increasingly, and Dave's been a big part of teaching me this, is that we can only attract what we are. And for me, what we are is the divine. Again, gratitude to Dave for highlighting this and teaching me this. And interference is the enemy to realizing that and living as that. So it's kind of all tied up. Again, learning this through Dave, but the more that we get this whole thing, and a lot of what Dave teaches runs through what I'm saying, no coincidence, but I think we can only attract what we are, and the more grateful we are, and I've found it, the more my focus is on the positive and a higher frequency. I'm going to jump off because I could keep going, but yeah, just so grateful to be here and constantly pursuing the pursuit of my potential.
That's all we ask. And in that pursuit of our higher selves, our potential, is the ability. When I think of what you're saying, Hatul, I think of Bob Parsons, the founder of GoDaddy, who shocked me a few years ago at Super Bowl. And he said in his 70s, Dave, if you love what you do, and I always think of this because I was sure that he was going to say, you'll never work a day in your life. But he articulated that idea of the consistent, persistent pursuit of our potential so well in a different manner than I expected through my own conditionality of what I've learned throughout the years. So instead of saying, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, he said, David, if you love what you do and you can learn to love what you don't like or don't love, and through gratitude, if you can learn to like what other people don't like or love, and you do it consistently every single day and persistently without quit, notating that not the mistakes that will create the failures in your life, it's the lack of commitment. And so consistency is a superpower combined with gratitude that provides the wisdom and the faith in order to have that commitment. But if you can learn to love what other people like and don't love, and learn to like and love what other people don't like or love and you don't like or love, and you do it consistently and persistently every day, in the pursuit of your potential, in the pursuit, your purpose has to be greater than your pain. Once again, utilizing gratitude to provide you the wisdom and the faith so that you have the purpose, you have the why, you have the inspiration to make your purpose greater than your pain. Life will tell you all its secrets. It'll provide you cheat codes. And then he said it, life will be easy. And I thought to myself, that's the greatest way to take away the dis-ease. notating that I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and worthy, helping me through that brilliant statement of the 4 billionaire Bob Parsons, the founder of GoDaddy, allowing me to make life easy. We have the teacher's guide. We have the answers. What are we doing to interfere with it? All right, Wammer, we have 3 minutes. Do we have time for one more? But I think the way I'd like to end it, to be honest, Nick, is I'd like to hear from you what your gratitude takeaway is, or question that you have for me.
Absolutely, Dave. If you would not mind, we have Sabrina who is joining
Oh,
us. She
cool.
was
I
trying to
saw her
join
on the
us.
notes. Yeah.
Yeah, she was trying to join us live here on Clubhouse. So as much as I would love that opportunity, I think in the
Well, you can call me
gracious,
afterwards and tell me.
perfect. And in the art of giving, I'm going to pass it over to Sabrina to be our closing hitter for today. So Sabrina, great to see you here. Grateful that this was all able to work out. Feel free to unmute yourself and share away.
Oh my God, David, I am hugging you virtually right now. And Nick, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
I can. Thank you for the hug. We're hugging you back.
Yeah. What happened? I missed what was happening here. You lost someone? Did you lose anybody?
Oh, my uncle. Yes. So yes, my uncle Larry, we're doing a celebration for life for him today in La Jolla. So it'll be a blessing to have everyone back together from Thanksgiving last night. And we're driving back and forth to La Jolla.
Oh, David, listen, words fail me when things like this happen, but I think my takeaway has to do with this. I'm tearing up right now. Clarity, I think, losing someone, it shouldn't take us, into darkness, right? It should just bring us light for the moments we shared and other things we missed, right? I had a takeaway about clarity, and here we're talking about losses. And I've lost so many things in my life. And I think this past week showed me that it's not the end. It's just the beginning of something else. And it's interesting that, kind of combine everything aligned. So yeah, I think my takeaway is definitely clarity and learning how to turn losses into gains. Money, people, things, and also losing ourselves. I think that the greatest pain is when we lose ourselves to whatever, right? And then gaining that power. It's a process. And I would like to thank you so much, because having you in my life is just transforming me a little bit every day. And I love you. That's what it is.
I love you too. And I appreciate you. What a great way to finish up our abundance versus scarcity training, our gratitude training, our Thanksgiving training. I'm so grateful to be part of a community, part of a neighborhood of people that want to help each other and know people that can help each other. It is that scarcity versus abundant. It is the 3 worlds of not enough, just enough, and more than enough. And it is the infinite loop that Sabrina is suggesting here that allows us to elevate our frequency, our neighborhood. Know that here, whether it be on the Breakfast of Champions or any other platform that we're on, as the millions of people will listen and watch the replays of this, and over 100,000 people registered for these trainings over 25 years, that it is an infinite loop of giving, being given, receiving, and asking for more of the wishes, the hopes, and the prayers that we have for each other in every aspect of our lives. This is truly an abundant training. This is an abundant day. May you all have the light, the love, and the lessons to allow your purpose to be greater than the pain. God bless everyone. Please remember, be more interested than interesting. All the guides, books, and exercises are available. David@dmeltzer.com. Come and see us around the world and follow us. You can text us to get alerts on the 200 cities or more we'll be in next year. 949-298-2905. But most importantly, let's all be kind. Be kind to our future selves and do good deeds. It is that simple. God bless you all, and thank you for your time on the day after Thanksgiving. Nick of Wam, close out the room.
Absolutely. And thank you so much, David, for another incredible.
Thank you, everyone. This has been our abundance training. Once again, if you want the exercise from today, the guide, the training, the books, whatever you need, Come invite your friends, share our content, do good deeds. David@dmeltzer.com. David@dmeltzer.com. It's always a blessing. Make your purpose be greater than your pain. And I promise you that life will be easy, not this easy. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you all. Hit it, Gigi.